In this first video in the series, I'll be giving you a brief overview of the Citrix dashboard in our Prevensys monitoring solution. Let's begin. This dashboard has been designed for use by a service desk team. Let's imagine a call comes in from one of your users experiencing speed issues. The most basic piece of information that a user can provide is their username. Let's face it, in most instances, they may not have had any other information to provide. The great news is, Prevensys only needs this single piece of data to give a complete picture of the user's session. Let's see how that works. The user gives us their username. We take that and feed it into the dashboard. The dashboard tells us immediately which XenApp or XenDesktop host the user is logged into. The Prevensys dashboard panels adapt to the user's session. Let's walk through each panel and see what information we can gather. The first row gives us results from our 2 geo-redundant external login simulators. This tells us that Citrix is up and processing login requests. The second row gives us the overall estate health, if we have any failed machines and how many total sessions are connected. The third row shows overall login durations, followed by the specific user login duration with a history of login duration. Next, we see a row reporting on information related to the antivirus, in this case, McAfee Move. On the next row, we can see information on resource consumption specific to this user, CPU, IOPS, and memory usage per application, which tells us if we have a problem with an application using too many resources. Everything looks okay for this user. Next, we see CPU resources being consumed by other users on this session hosts. And by applications, again, no issue here. Now we see IOPS being used. This row pulls data from 2 locations. The hypervisor, which shows the storage IOPS the host is consuming. We also see information coming from the operating system of the host, which tells us the applications and users using those IOPS. We see on the next row the memory usage of the machine, again, broken down by application and user. The next row shows us the network usage of the host, broken down by received and transmitted. No issues here. The next row is interesting. Here we're showing storage latency reported directly from the storage platform. In this instance, Nutanix. We can see here very low storage latency. Clearly, this isn't a problem. Finally, we see data reported from the user's endpoint. In this instance, a Stratodesk thin client, which runs our Prevensys agent. Here we see a problem. We have some network packet loss and a reasonably high ping jitter reading. It's clear that this user's performance issues are related to the network connectivity of the thin client and not the Citrix infrastructure itself. Remember that we were able to provide all this information armed only with the username. Think about that for a second. Assuming the service desk didn't have Prevensys, how much time would they have had to spend on your system to get the information you have just seen here? We've used a live scenario in this example. However, if the user were to call after the problem, even weeks after, we'd still have been able to diagnose the issue since we record data historically. Thanks for listening. We'll provide more of these videos soon, so please check back to our blog regularly.